Peskov, who was Putin's deputy chief of staff and press secretary. On January 20th, 2016, Cohn received an email response from Elena Polyakova, Peskov's personal assistant, and phone records confirm that they then spoke for approximately 20 minutes, during which Cohn described the Trump Tower Moscow project and requested assistance in moving the project forward. Cohn recalled briefing candidate Trump about the call soon afterwards. Cohn told Trump he spoke with a woman he identified as someone from the Kremlin, and Cohn reported that she was very professional and asked detailed questions about the project. Cohn recalled telling Trump he wished the Trump organization had assistants who were as competent as the woman from the Kremlin. Cohn thought his phone call renewed interest in the project. The day after Cohn's call with Polyakova, Sater texted Cohn asking him to call me when you have a few minutes to chat. It's about Putin. They called today. Sater told Cohn that the Russian government liked the project, and on January 25, 2016, sent an invitation for Cohn to visit Moscow for a working visit. After the outreach from Sater, Cohn recalled telling Trump that he was waiting to hear back on moving the project forward. After January 2016, Cohn continued to have conversations with Sater about Trump Tower Moscow and continued to keep candidate Trump updated about those discussions and the status of the project. Cohn recalled that he and Trump wanted Trump Tower Moscow to succeed and that Trump never discouraged him from working on the project because of the campaign. In March or April 2016, Trump asked Cohn if anything was happening in Russia. Cohn also recalled briefing Donald Trump Jr. in the spring, a conversation that Cohn said was not idle chit-chat because Trump Tower Moscow was potentially a $1 billion deal. Cohn recalled that around May 2016, he again raised with candidate Trump the possibility of a trip to Russia to advance the Trump Tower Moscow project. At that time, Cohn had received several texts from Sater seeking to arrange dates for such a trip. On May 4, 2016, Sater wrote to Cohn, I had a chat with Moscow. Assuming the trip does happen, the question is before or after the convention. Obviously, the pre-meeting trip, you only, can happen anytime you want, but the two big guys is the question. I said I would confirm and revert. Cohn responded, my trip before Cleveland. Trump once he becomes the nominee after the convention. On May 5, 2016, Sater followed up with a text that Cohn thought he probably read to Trump. Peskov would like to invite you as his guest to the St. Petersburg Forum, which is Russia's Davos. It's June 16 to 19. He wants to meet with you there and possibly introduce you to either Putin or Medvedev. This is perfect. The entire business class of Russia will be there as well. He said anything you want to discuss, including dates and subjects, are on the table to discuss. Cohn recalled discussing the invitation to the St. Petersburg Economic Forum with candidate Trump and saying that Putin or Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev might be there. Cohn remembered that Trump said that he would be willing to travel to Russia if Cohn could lock and load on the deal. In June 2016, Cohn decided not to attend the St. Petersburg Economic Forum because Sater had not obtained a formal invitation for Cohn from Peskov. Cohn said he had a quick conversation with Trump at that time, but did not tell him that the project was over because he did not want Trump to complain that the deal was on again, off again if it were revived. During the summer of 2016, Cohn recalled that candidate Trump publicly claimed that he had nothing to do with Russia and then shortly afterwards privately checked with Cohn about the status of the Trump Tower Moscow project, which Cohn found interesting. At some point that summer, Cohn recalled having a brief conversation with Trump in which Cohn said the Trump Tower Moscow project was going nowhere because the Russian development company had not secured a piece of property for the project. Trump said that was too bad, and Cohn did not recall talking with Trump about the project after that. Cohn said that at no time during the campaign did Trump tell him not to pursue the project or that the project should be abandoned. Cohn determines to adhere to a party line distancing candidate Trump from Russia. As previously discussed, see Volume 2, Section 2A, Supra. When questions about possible Russian support for candidate Trump emerged during the 2016 presidential campaign, Trump denied having any personal, financial, or business connection to Russia, which Cohen described as the party line or message to follow for Trump and his advisors. After the election, the Trump organization sought to formally close out certain deals in advance of the inauguration. Cohen recalled that Trump Tower Moscow was on the list of deals to be closed out. In approximately January 2017, Cohen began receiving inquiries from the media about Trump Tower Moscow, and he recalled speaking to the president-elect when those inquiries came in. Cohen was concerned that truthful answers about the Trump Tower Moscow project might not be consistent with the message that the president-elect had no relationship with Russia. In an effort to stay on message, Cohen told a New York Times reporter that the Trump Tower Moscow deal was not feasible and had ended in January 2016. Cohen recalled that this was part of a script or talking points he had developed with President-elect Trump and others to